Welcome to class, Juan Carlos. Today we're going to... How are you?
Pretty good.
Good? That's good. Well, today we're going to do some writing practice, and the lesson is going to be focused on writing and family. So you're going to write about your family or to your family. And so I'm going to teach you the process of writing, like from the beginning to the end. And then we're going to look at how to write a letter. And then we're going to look at some family vocabulary. And then you're going to use that vocabulary to write a letter using the process of writing. Anyway, so the process of writing is quite easy. First, you have pre-writing. Before you start writing your letter or your book, you have to plan. And so some people call this brainstorming or thinking of everything and writing it down. And then drafting is putting the ideas that you brainstormed or pre-wrote into more organized writing. That's when you start to write your paper or your letter. And then you revise it or you change it and make it better. And then you edit or you correct the mistakes that you have in there, like, oh, this is spelled wrong, things like that. You prepare it to be a good thing to turn into your teacher or to send in the mail. And then here's an example of a letter. I'm sure you've written lots of letters from work and other things.
Okay.
But you put the date, and then you put who you're writing to, and then you put your letter. And each time you change subjects, you can make it a new paragraph. And then you put your salutation, like love, or sincerely, or best wishes. And then you put your name. You sign it.
Okay.
But you don't push anything back. Every time you make a paragraph, you just leave it all right here on the edge. You don't indent it, that's called. You don't put anything inside. It's all one line. I usually indent on accident anyways, but you're really not supposed to. So today you're going to write a letter, like this example letter says Dear Grandma. So they wrote to their family too. And that's what you're going to do, but you're going to write to your future kids. And the words that I have here, the vocabulary words, you might know a few of them and you might not. But there's some more complicated words than just mom, dad, brother, and sister. So I have spouse, which is husband or wife. And offspring are your kids, your children. Because they come off of your genetics. They come... Offspring.
Spring.
The spring.
Oh.
Well, I mean, they like, whoop, and then you have kids. Not really. It's like they jump out of your genetics. And parenthood is having kids, being a parent. In-laws are the people who are your family because you got married. Like my family, they are your in-laws. Father-in-law, mother-in-law, brother-in-law. It's because it's by law, it's through the law that they're related to you. And then stepmother or stepfather, that's someone who got remarried. Like if a father dies and then the wife gets remarried, that man is now the father, the stepfather. Or if the mother dies or they get divorced, then the new wife is the stepmother. And then homestead is where you live, like including your house and your land. Homestead. For example, if you live in an apartment, your apartment is your homestead. You don't have any land but it includes everything that you have in your house, on your house property. Like if you had a farm, that would be part of your homestead. Okay, so now that we've gone over that, I'm going to give you a few minutes to
brainstorm.
To think about what you want to write. Yeah, to pre-write your letter.
Ooh.
And you can write that up here. And then down here you'll write your letter.
Okay. I need to be send it to my family or my parents.
To your you can yeah, you can write it to anyone you want. I was thinking you could write it to like your future kids and tell them like how it is to be married or stuff like that. But you can write it to anybody as long as you use like two to four of these words.
Okay.
You don't have to use these words, but that's the process. So first you're gonna think about it and write down your ideas. And I'll give you 1 minute to do that part.
1 minute.
Or a minute and a half.
Thank you for extra time.
Well, we're going slowly.
Okay, I want to write a letter to my parents. Both of them.
Just a short little letter. It doesn't need to be long.
And
you could put down also which words you want to use or whatever.
Father-in-law. Love that. And
you could use that.
No, but it's my parents' night.
You could write about my parents to your parents. Like you just need to use 2 to 4 of the words.
Okay.
Telling them about anything.
Since this year is Christmas, I want to talk about Christmas.
Okay.
Christmas. What else? I think that's all.
Okay, so
and
think of the words that you're going to use to tell them.
Okay. Parenthood. Okay, I will use spouse.
Okay. That's one.
That's one.
You could tell them that you don't have any offspring yet. I don't know.
Yeah. Offspring. Okay. We have a stepmother.
And you could talk to them about being part of their family or something. Or how they're my in-laws. Don't forget that I have in-laws too because I married you.
So you'd be their daughter-in-law.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to use that word.
Okay.
Daughter-in-law.
Good. Now, get started writing.
Okay.
Do your drafting.
Their father and mother. I am still alive. Marriage is dangerous now. Marriage is good. Being married. Married is good. Your Okay. Your daughter-in-law is treating me fine. Fine now. Great. I'm gonna start my spouse. Spouse sounds like husband.
It's not though.
It's not?
Esposa.
Okay. My spouse, your daughter-in-law, come, is treating me great. And
Yours.
what else?
Offspring. I don't know.
Offspring. Sorry. That we don't have any spring or just
any offspring.
Offspring, sorry. We have offspring yet. But we are planning for like in 5 years. For that. What else?
That could be it, and then you could edit it, decide if that's good or good.
Oh, Christmas. We're forgetting Christmas.
Yeah.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
And Happy New Year.
Yeah.
It could be. We can't be there for Christmas. We wish to, but we can't. And it's my alarm.
That's good.
Sorry.
That's a nice sized letter.
Okay. Sincerely. John. Juan Carlos. Okay. That's my letter.
Okay. Is there anything you want to make? I can help you with the editing process. Like for example here, Mary is M-E-R-R-Y.
Oh. Sorry.
And when you say we are planning for that, it would be better said, but we are planning on that.
On.
But everything else looks good. So what you would do is now you would write that out all nice and neat, and then you would send it like that. You could send it in an email. You would do the same format and everything. But yeah.
It's better to send you a card.
Especially for Christmas.
Yeah.
Good job. You wrote a lovely letter. I'm sure they would love to see it, but they might not. I don't know. But anyways, good job. That's the end of the class.